Lad McConkey is in the building. He is at Flowery Branch today. Sources say that he's taking a top 30 visit with the Atlanta Falcons, and therefore he's in the building. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what this means, what I think this does with the Atlanta Falcons' future draft potential plans, and 3, what do top 30 visits mean? Now, number 1, top 30 visits. A lot of people give a lot of weight to top 30 visits. A lot of people don't give any weight to top 30 visits. I will say this. Majority of the players that the Falcons have drafted in the top 2 rounds in the last 2 years have gone on a top 30 visit. So this, in my opinion, has some weight to it. They are trying to figure out, they're doing their due diligence on guys who they can potentially draft. I think this kind of gives a general idea and thought and direction that the Atlanta Falcons are headed in. They either want to go defensive edge, deep cornerback, or receiver. A lot of people have understood that, or quarterback. Michael Penix apparently is a big deal too, but a lot of people are putting weight on these top 30 visits. I think it's a pretty good metric of understanding where the Atlanta Falcons are going. I think there's a few key categories, few key positions that we all know as Atlanta Falcons fans that they need, and they're doing their due diligence on players that fit that bill. There's 4 positions, like I mentioned, that I think the Atlanta Falcons need. As of today, it's a big priority: edge, cornerback, receiver, and quarterback, and they're bringing guys in for all 4 positions. Now, in regards to Lad McConkey and his fit in Atlanta, I think this will be a home run if they're able to get him in the second round. Maybe trade up in the late second round to get him. But if they're able to get him in the second round, I think this will be a phenomenal pickup for the Atlanta Falcons. Lad McConkey in Georgia was a baller. He was a guy that Carson Beck always relied on. If it was third down and long, it seemed like the ball was always going to Lad McConkey, and he made plays. Big thing also with Lad McConkey, he can play many positions on the field. He can play inside and out, and also he is very, very durable. We haven't heard about many injuries. I know he had an injury late his last year, but we haven't heard about many injuries for Lad McConkey, and he's very, very durable. Now with his fit for Atlanta, like I said, he's a very, 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 very interesting prospect because he can play multiple positions. I personally will see him in that Z role, that role where basically they go to the field strength, and he's a quick guy that can get open, make plays. Maybe they throw it out to him really quick, but also he's a efficient route runner who can get open that way. I see him starting there, not starting, but him providing some depth there. You got Darnell Mooney, who I think will also rotate Z and play a little bit of inside. And then you got Drake London, who's your X, who's your possession catcher. So I think adding Lad McConkey will give you that added depth. Like I said, he can play both inside and outside. He is a very, very proficient route runner. And I think with Atlanta, he provides that wide receiver depth. He provides that additional need that a lot of people needed in this draft. And him on Atlanta will be phenomenal. A lot of people actually have him with the first round draft grade too. So if we can get him for the second round, this will be a phenomenal addition that will pretty much lock up our wide receiver core. And if someone decides to leave next year or within the next 2 years, we have Lad McConkey who can trade up, and he will be a phenomenal starter going forward in the future. Now, what does this mean going forward? I think majority of the free agent signings for the Atlanta Falcons are done. They're going to invest heavily in the draft. I foresee them going, like I said, cornerback or edge rusher first, and then the second round, all bets are off, honestly. A lot of people are linking them to Michael Penix. A lot of people are linking them to Lad McConkey, and who knows? But I think if we can get Lad McConkey in the second round, I think this would be a phenomenal pickup for the depth need at receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. From here, I wouldn't anticipate them getting any other receivers. I anticipate them rolling the ball out with those 5 guys, the 4 guys that they have this year, and then Lad McConkey. And then from there, I think they'll become an overall better team. But if you agree or disagree with this, please leave a comment down below. I think Lad McConkey is a stud. And if the Atlanta Falcons are able to get him for a second round pick, I think it will be a very, very, very easy no-brainer for the squad. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. If you want to see more videos like this, check this out right here. And like always, peace.